Hey guys, we're going in right here. Watch this. Like, seriously. Welcome to Miami. Like, whatever comes to my mind at that moment. Whoa! Hey, I like that. That's awesome. How you guys doing today? Good. Awesome. So, just question. What so have you guys ever heard of emotional intelligence? Anybody by chance? So, anybody ever heard of like what's your IQ? Okay, awesome. So, can I write on this? Oh, this is awesome. So, the IQ is like the last 50 years. It's your intellectual quotient. So, it's how smart are you. The IQ doesn't matter anymore because you have cell phones. So, your cell phone is smarter than you. It knows more information, right? Conceptually. So, now it's gone to what's your EQ. So, the EQ is an emotional quotient, emotional intelligence. So, how do you understand yourself? How do you understand somebody else? How do you communicate? How do you connect? How do you get what you want? Anybody have a girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife in here? Okay, so you had to have some EQ to like understand that person, right? So I had a great career, had some nice fun contract challenges, but the law enforcement I've worked with, I spoke in Quantico about a year and a half ago at the National Academy, went through DEA, ATF, FBI Civilian Academy, and I work with a lot of the individuals on how do they not only make themselves their best self every day, but has anybody ever gotten pissed by chance? Pissed off? Help people? Okay. You got pissed once in a while? Do you remember the last time you got pissed, or the person that pissed you off?
Yeah.
Okay. Did they piss you off, or did you let yourself get pissed?
They probably pissed me off.
So do you have control over? What did you say? You said something. I heard like a sneak in there. So you would let yourself get pissed? No, so when they pissed you off, how did they piss you off? Did they like hold you down and make you pissed? Like they did an action, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's I guess something that they had said.
Okay. So was it, and then you reacted, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the time, there's a timeline in our life, and let's say right here is when they pissed you off. It's right here about 4 years old, or here at 7, or here at 12, that somebody did an action. You saw something on TV, you created a story in your life. And that's where the emotional intelligence starts going. The higher EQ you have, the more you can recognize that this stuff right here, and you can erase it. A lot of people create hate or hurt from past experiences and are subconscious. So, do you guys remember the Titanic? So, if there's a bunch of water, how did the Titanic sink? Was it the iceberg above or below the water? Below. So it's huge below, and then there's a little one above, and so we can't always see it. This is our subconscious, and our subconscious, I think it's like 30, from what I've seen, to 50,000 thoughts per day. And 85% of them are negative or recurring. So the idea is how do we focus on how we get what we want? A lot of people, have you guys ever heard of like victim mentality? A lot of people you'll be working with in the field, victim mentality. Like it's not going my way, screw, whoever, nobody ever helped me, nobody cares about me, I'm not good. And so that's where our subconscious comes in, because from 0 to about 2 years old, you're told to stand up and talk. From 2 to 22 years old, you're told to sit down, shut up, and be quiet and look at the back of somebody's head. So we pre-program people in school to be able to do the system, and at 22, we tell you to go stand up, be productive, loving citizens, and go change the world. So it's interesting on how we're conditioned and how we're programmed to be able to get the results that we have in America and the world today. And I've been all around the world, and we have one of the best countries I've ever seen, probably the best country I've ever seen, and we still have a lot of challenges. I find a lot of people don't take accountability, and a lot of people you work with every day on the field, they're not, that you stop, that you pull over, that you interact with, they don't take accountability for themselves. And so I believe the more loving and connected, the more authentic, the more real, the more, when you go up to people and how you communicate, the more you guys are going to set the tone for what police officers are known for around the country. Or you can do the opposite and just do what other officers do and get bad press. And I believe that law enforcement educators really define who we are in this country and make us, because you guys protect us and educators teach us. And so our parents are supposed to, put us in two of these worlds. As a kid, I didn't have much interaction until I was 16 with law enforcement. And I wish I did. I wish I was part of PAL programs with them. My parents had me part of church and everything else. But it was interesting because I love law enforcement even more. I mean, I've done some awesome, fun stuff. And I work with a couple teams that do some they take down sex trafficking rings. And they do some really cool stuff in the private sector that I look at now and I'm like, it's awesome what people have the ability to do once they're military law enforcement, and then they go back into, they retire and they go back into service, just serving, whether they're nonprofit or prosecuting bad guys in some other country. So my challenge for you guys is to create the vision here of what you want and where you want to go, which is your what you want to create, and then your purpose, which is your why. And I find those are pretty much the easy things. Your goals are the next thing. That's your mission. So the three easy parts is to understand those. The two hardest parts that I found is your team and your commitment. And I would say the commitment's the hardest thing in life. Actually commit. Commit to following through with your word, commit to following through with your ways of being, commit to following through with whatever it is. Hardest thing. How many people commit to following through with your word more than 90%? Okay. How many people did chores for your parents more than 70% of the time when they told you on time how they said it? Okay, that's good. Oh, that's like that. Yeah.
Boy Scouts.
Yeah. Okay, I like it. Was it like that? Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, right? So it's interesting. The team, I would say, once you have commitment on what you want to create, why, and your mission, which are your goals and your tasks and all that stuff, is your team. And that's why you guys are here. That's why you trained as a group. That's why you have mentors that help you guys grow. The team, I do this thing called I am statements. And I challenge you guys to do it if you do it in your life or do it in here or whatever. And we do I am statements. So a lot of people define themselves on what they do versus who they're being. And I think this is the key in life. What you do, like if I ask you, who are you? Okay, so that's your name, right? So I would say name up here. So that's name. So who are you? Give me another one, a little bit. Like, what do you do? Awesome, cool. So then the third one is, who are you here? Like, what three characteristics would define you? Okay, pretty hard or hard work? Okay. So it's interesting because we put a lot of verbiage in front of things sometimes that all we want to be is hardworking. And like, are you dating anybody? Okay. What would you say that person is? Like top two characteristics of it. Why do you like that? Okay. Cool. So it's interesting, if you're ambitious, hardworking, anybody want anything else in somebody, like part of their team, what would you guys want part of your team? Or in somebody a part of your team? Yes. Karen? Okay. Keep going. Loyalty? Which one? Ambitious? Motivated? Motivation, yeah? God-fearing? Genuine? Reliable? Anybody want somebody honest? Yeah. You ever lie to anybody? Yeah. Okay, thanks. Thanks for being honest. About 1 in every 10, I get somebody that goes, nope, never lied. Everybody's like, dude, you are such a liar. I had to, actually at university, I had all the counselors in one area, and I had about 25 counselors. So they're actually placing people in classes and really taking care of the kids in the front line. And somebody was like, nope, I don't lie. I was like, wow, that's amazing. So good for them. So what we do is we do these I am statements, and you can just do it on your own if you have a couple minutes. It's really the ways of being. So a lot of people focus on name and doing when they introduce themselves or when they think of what they do. And And when I was a pro athlete, when I lost everything in a contract because they held me and they wouldn't pay me or release me for 18 months, this, that's a new one. Okay, there we go. Fast learner. So this right here went out the door. What I did for a living went out the door. What I did for my image went out the door. And I didn't know who I was for a while. Because I never actually spent time figuring out who I was being, who I was meant to be on earth. And so I had to define my I am, where we go, I am loving, authentic, and committed. I'm a big badass too, so I can put that in at the end. So I'm a loving, authentic, committed badass.